If you want to build a great fragrance collection, then this is the video for you. I've got 5 different fantastic sort of collections here that could either be the foundation of your collection or an excellent addition to an existing collection. Each of these 5 collections have 4 fragrances in them. One versatile everyday fragrance, one lighter and more fresh scent, one deeper and warmer scent, and the last one is a fragrance I feel would be a perfect addition to that collection. All of these are fantastic men's fragrances, and there are a lot of complementers in these collections. Before I begin, if you love smelling good, then make sure you hit that subscribe and that notification bell. I basically upload every single day and you will smell good for sure. Let's start with an absolute banger of a collection. Now, there are complementers in every single collection in this video, but this one is insane. This collection is really for anyone who wants to smell amazing. Simple as that. First up, the everyday fragrance in this collection. This is one of the best, most versatile everyday complementers a man can wear. It's a mix of aromatic freshness, woodiness, a bit of sweetness, and it's absolutely fantastic. This is YSOY Eau de Parfum. YSOY Eau de Parfum sometimes gets a bit of hate, but honestly, this is a fragrance you simply cannot go wrong with. It's a complementer and you can wear it throughout the year to pretty much any occasion. Next up, the Freshie in this collection. Now, sometimes when I mention it, someone goes like, it's generic, it's boring, but I absolutely disagree with that. This is not generic. It's definitely not boring. To me, it's a luxurious kind of fragrance. It's a fantastic complementer and it simply put smells amazing. This is Parfums de Marly's Percival. Next up, the sort of a warm and deep fragrance in this collection. It's one of my fragrances for life. It's a beast mode, it's a complementer, and I absolutely love it. This is Dior Sauvage Elixir. This is spicy. It's definitely a bit warm. It's definitely a rich and woody kind of scent, and it has a fantastic dose of lavender in it and something sort of a licorice-ish, and it's, to me at least, quite sort of a balsamic. Now, this collection really does not lack complementers. All of these are epic complementers, but I wanted to add yet another one to it, and this to me is pretty much the perfect mix of spiciness, sweetness, and woodiness. It's an epic complementer and I absolutely love it. This is Azzaro, the Most Wanted. This is so good. Now, you can wear all of these to a date, but please try wearing this the next time you go on a date and you will most likely get a compliment. So there you go, the first collection, YEDP, Percival, Sauvage Elixir, and Azzaro, the Most Wanted. Absolutely fantastic. So the next collection is for anyone who wants to smell good, and we have some absolute bangers in this. Some are extremely safe and attractive, but there's also something with a bit of edge to it to stand out. So the everyday fragrance in this collection is Ralph Lauren Rêves Club Parfum. Now, this is definitely not something super unique. It's definitely not revolutionary. You probably smelled this in one way or another before, but this smells really good and it's extremely versatile. You can wear this throughout the year to any occasion, knowing you will smell good to most people. So the fresh fragrance in this collection is a fragrance that pretty much every time I mention it, someone goes like, hey, bringing back Profumo. Profumo is the best one. And yeah, I like Profumo as well. I also think Profondo is a fantastic fragrance, but this is definitely one of my favorites in the Acqua di Gio line on men's fragrances. This is Armani Acqua di Gio Parfum. It has a light kind of aromatic freshness to it that's mixed with a bit of marine sort of aquatic freshness. It's a bit woody, soft woody, and this to me is a great freshie. Next up, the warm and sort of a deep fragrance in this collection. It's fruity sweet. It's based on Guerlain's fantastic signature almond scent. It has a bit of tobacco in it, a bit of leather, and it's slightly sort of spicy. This is Guerlain L'Homme Extreme. This is absolutely fantastic, and I'm not sure why there are still a lot of guys out there who have not put their nose to this collection. This is definitely one of the best in the L'Homme collection. It's definitely a bit different. It's very attractive and it's a great sort of a warmer scent. The last fragrance to make this collection complete doesn't really need an introduction. If you are a subscriber, come on, hit that subscribe, then you already know that I absolutely love it. It's a wicked compliment getter. Any man who sprays this on will smell insanely good. It's basically a powdery vanilla with a fantastic and sexy dose of spiciness and a bit of lavender. This is Le Male Parfum. So there you go, collection number 2, the Everyday Raf's Club Parfum, the Freshy Acqua di Gio Parfum, the warm and sexy Guerlain L'Hommidal Extreme, and the epic one Le Male Parfum. The next fragrance collection is one that anyone can wear for sure. The vibe though is that of an extremely classy one. This is elegant and sophisticated to the max, but with a dash of sexiness to it. So the everyday fragrance in this fragrance collection is a fragrance you can wear throughout the year to pretty much any occasion, and you will definitely smell good to most people. This is so underrated, but it smells fantastic. It's woody, it's musky with a dose of freshness to it. This is the classy and elegant Dior Homme 2020. So the freshie in this fragrance collection is not your typical kind of freshie. It's woody and aromatic with a green kind of freshness to it, thanks to a big dose of vetiver. This is Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver. This is, without a single doubt, one of the classiest and most elegant sort of a fresh fragrances. Now, I'm not a big fan of super green, earthy, super dampy, wet, however you want to describe them, vetiver kind of scents. Grey Vetiver, however, is a vetiver focused fragrance I think smells absolutely fantastic, and it's also probably one of the most mass appealing vetiver focused fragrances ever made. So for the warm and deep fragrance in this fragrance collection, I went with an oudi and woody one that's a bit smoky and quite ambery. This is extremely elegant. It's extremely classy, and yes, it's an oudi and woody scent that's a bit smoky, but it's extremely well made, very attractive, and a lot of people enjoy getting a whiff of it. This is Gucci Intense Oud. To complete this already extremely elegant and classic collection, I wanted to add a powdery fragrance that, at least to me, is a mix of class and elegance and a big dose of sexiness. Now, this is not your typical powdery fragrance. It's powdery and woody with a bit of leather to it and a slight hint of that sort of a Prada L'Homme soapiness. This is the truly epic Prada L'Homme Intense. So there you go, the extremely classy and elegant fragrance collection. Dior Homme 2020 as your everyday scent. Grey Vetiver as a sort of a green freshie. Gucci Intense Oud as your warm oudi and woody scent. You will definitely stand out in an elegant and classy way with Gucci Intense Oud. And Prada L'Homme Intense for pure epicness. So anyone can wear the next fragrance collection, but I see it for someone who wants to smell good in a fun, sort of a playful and very sexy way. You will smell extremely good in a cheerful, slightly edgy and happy way. First up, the everyday fragrance in this collection. Now, I know there are some out there who feel you can't use this throughout the year as your everyday kind of scent, but you definitely can. It's the perfect mix of freshness and sweetness. This is an epic compliment getter. Women absolutely love getting a whiff of it. This is Chanel Allure Sport Eau Extreme. It's not too light and fresh, but there's definitely a dose of freshness in here. It's sweet, but I don't find its sweetness to be overly intense. It's like right in the middle, which makes it perfect as an everyday scent. Moving on to the freshie in this collection. Now, you know I absolutely love it. Overspray this on a warm summer day and you will most likely land a compliment. This is coconut, a creamy kind of coconut. It's sweet, it's got a big dose of vanilla and a dose of freshness. So like freshness, creamy coconut and vanilla. This is one of my absolute favorite summer freshies. It screams out summer vibes. Sexy, fun, flirty and happy summer vibes. This is Shampoo Gaultier Le Beau. Next up, the warm and deep scent in this fragrance collection. Now, this is a bit tricky to explain because it's basically a mix of everything. It's a bit spicy, it's woody, vanillic, it's got a big dose of a fruity, sort of a tropical kind of sweetness to it. This is Gisada Ambassador. Now, all of these are sexy and attractive, but in different ways. The next fragrance is also very sexy, but also in a very different way. This is one of my fragrances for life. It's definitely one of the best leather scents ever made. This is Tom Ford Ombre Leather. Now obviously if you don't enjoy leather scents, then this is not for you, so change it out and you will have a great fragrance collection. With that said, this is a great leather scent, sort of edgy. You will definitely stand out with that one and I love it. The next fragrance collection is for all you niche fragrance lovers out there. Only niche scents and only some of the very best of them. You will smell different for sure, but in a fantastic way. So I picked something quite different as the everyday fragrance in this collection. It's basically a powdered vanilla with a slight hint of freshness to it, a slight hint of woodiness to it, and it's a bit musky. This will give you quite a soft scent cloud, but that scent cloud is extremely likable. I think this is a fragrance you can wear throughout the year to every single occasion, and most people will think you smell amazing. This is Tiziana Terenzi Lince. Moving on to the freshie in this collection, and this to me is a very unique and addictive kind of fresh scent. It's a mix of a citrusy kind of freshness, a big dose of muskiness and powderiness, and it has a fantastic floral touch that keeps going in and out. So 1 minute it's all around me and I'm absolutely loving it. The next it's gone, but then it comes back again and it keeps doing so, and I love it. This is fantastic and quite unique freshie. This is Parfums de Marly's Galloway. Next up, the warm and deep scent in this niche fragrance collection is incredibly unique and it screams niche in the very best way possible. It's a mix of sweetness, woodiness and coconut. Already you hear it's something quite unique. It's also boozy and it's got a dose of tobacco to it, something sort of earthy going on, a bit of vanilla. It's very unique. It's definitely not for everyone. I, however, absolutely love it. This is Nichane Fan Your Flames. So to wrap up this niche fragrance collection, I've got one of my fragrances for life. It's a woody scent with a multi-layered fantastic dose of tobacco and a very unique sort of a fresh and airiness to it that I'm addicted to. This is Ormond Jane Montabaco Intensivo. This is definitely one of the very best niche fragrances I ever put my nose to, and all of these, at least to me, is a great niche fragrance collection. So there you go, a lot of fantastic fragrances. Now I would love to know your thoughts on them, so make sure you put that in the comments. Like this video, I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe, make sure you hit that notification, but make sure you check out the videos over there, and I'll see you in the next one.